people left. I know I get along with everyone, but like, so does Jessica, so does Jameka. You know, I mean, later on down the line, I could see me getting out of here. Like, I'm not mad at you for putting me up, by no means. I'm really not. Like, I know you may not believe me, but I'm not. I don't know if, I mean, I really want to be here still. And, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm just thinking. He's like, what are you thinking about? I'm like, I'm just nervous. He's like, oh, Amber, he's like, you know, they're gonna, you know how they work. He's like, they backdoor people. He's like, look what they did when they tried to backdoor me. And now he's like, don't worry. He's like, just wait. I go, how can you tell me not to worry? I'm like, I'm up on the block, dude. And he's like, well, you know, they're probably gonna replace, you know, one of you guys with me or Jen. He goes, and you know, I wouldn't worry about it till tomorrow. I'm like, why do I wait? Why would I wait till tomorrow? I'm like, I might as well at least go see where Danielle's head's at and talk to her. And he's like, well, he goes, well, you're not going to try to make a deal with her or anything. I go, oh, no, that's not my style. Like, just, you know, I don't need to, I'm not going to tell him. I don't need to tell him. And he's like, yeah, I wouldn't do that either. He goes, I never made her a deal. And I'm like, well, you weren't up on the block. You were the replacement nominee.
Yeah.
You didn't have a choice. And he's like, yeah, but, you know, just be careful with deals or whatever. I'm like, whatever, dude. Like, you know? So I don't know, like, what you think is fair, you know what I mean? What kind of deal you like me to make with you, or I could make with you. Do you have anything like in mind that you?
To be honest, like I was gonna talk to you either way, anyways.
Was I your goal this week, or was it Jen or Eric? Or you don't want to tell me?
I can't tell you.
Okay.
But I am willing to make a deal with you, and I don't want to be like the whole Zach thing, you know, oh, like, you want something from me, whatever. Like, I don't know, you know how it is. I hate talking like this because I don't want to be like, oh, you do whatever I tell you or else. But, like, I don't know, honestly, like, you know, you said it, you know, if the nominations stay the same, that you will be leaving this week. Yeah, I don't want you to go home this week. I can honestly tell you that. I will be willing to use the veto on you to take you off, and that secures yours and Jameka's safety if next week you don't put me up.
I won't put you up. I promise, and I swear to God on my daughter. I wouldn't put you up anyways. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when I came up here, I want to make a deal that's fair, you know what I mean? And I think that's really fair. Like, you're basically saving my place in the game right now. Like, I would be going home if it wasn't for you taking me off the block. And I promise I won't put you up for I get HoH next week, because I think my time's coming. I really, really do. And I don't say that, and I don't say that like, oh, I'm trying to brag. And when I do get HoH, like, I won't put you up, period. Even if it's 2 weeks from now or 3 weeks from now. I'm not going to put you on the block because you're saving my place in the game right now, and I promised you that.
Because, like, my whole thing is, obviously, the whole, like, I don't know, people might not believe me. I'll say it. I will say it every day in this house. I don't even care. I'm playing strategically. I'm not playing personal. Like, the whole Eric thing, it wasn't personal at all. Yeah, it had stuff to do with Nick, but that's protecting my own butt. And it's protecting, like, everything else because, you know, people have, you know, lied and whatever. And, that was a big risk. And for a while, I was like, you know, I don't want to do this unless I'm absolutely positive and secure in the votes. And then it got to the point where, you know what, I don't even care. Whatever happens, happens. There's plenty of time to work on it. I'm here. Why not? I'm taking a risk. I'm going to do it. It had nothing to do with, you know, people thought my dad said it and everything else. Like, no, like, it's me. Like, this is who I am. I'm going to take risks and I don't care. And I can honestly say that tomorrow, if I do use the veto, that it's going to piss a lot of people off, and that this rest of the week is going to be a really, really, really rough week. And, like, of course that makes me nervous just because it's been such a different mood and finally nice and relaxing, and like, I don't know where you are because obviously being on the block is different, but I mean, I'm sure you know the mood of the house has changed dramatically.
Totally.
And like, it sucks.
And I'll vote however you want. Like, whoever you put up this week, I'll vote however you want me to vote. Like,
well, I'm sure you wouldn't vote Jameka out.
Well, I mean, I don't want Jameka to go, but like, however you want me to vote, I'll vote. You're saving me, and you know what I mean? Like, I'd be done. Like, my game's over if I don't get off the block, period. And I know that. And that's why I'm just, like, sick about it, you know, because I'm not ready to go home yet. I mean, like, I know a lot of people don't want to be sitting next to me in the final two, but in all actuality, people look at this like a game, and I haven't really played a game. I really haven't. I haven't won anything, which fucking sucks, and it's so ridiculous because I've tried every single time. Like, I've really tried. I haven't won anything, and I've been honest, except for my stupid little lie to your dad about Dustin, you know, like, yeah, Dustin's still on board. It's like, I had to do that for Dustin. It's my best friend. He told me, he's like, please don't tell him. I want to tell him. And I'm like, okay. When your dad asked me that, I'm like, did he not tell him yet? And I went and asked him. He's like, I didn't tell him, I'm not going to. I'm like, you know, so put me in a fucked up position, but I had to do it. Dustin was, you know how I feel about him. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I forgot what I was saying right before that about, me. Like, not like I'm saying anything about the final two, but like, I'm really not that big of a threat. Like, people like me, you know what I mean? But everybody like looks at like as a game player, like who played a good game. And that's what I'm kicking myself in the ass for now. Cause like I haven't done any like big moves or any game moves. And that's why another thing I've been thinking about all week, I'm like, dude, I haven't like played this game at all. And people are going to see that when it comes down to it, if I am in the final four, the final two, and they're going to fucking get rid of me. And I'm just like, it sucks because I get along with everyone. And that's just me. I get along with everyone in general, my daily life. It's just my personality. But at the same time, it's like in a game like this, you know, because I get along with everyone. Like, I wish I would have done more things and more game moves and more smart moves and stuff, and I just didn't, and it sucks. But, you know, like voting Nick out. Like, I'll never, ever let anyone try to control me ever again. And Zach had a talk with me the other night. He's like, you need to think for you. And Dustin did do a lot of my thinking for me. You know what I mean? He did. Like, he would say things, and I would be like, oh, that's true. Prove a lot of points to me, just as like Eric does. Eric tries to prove points to me, and I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. And then I just totally forget like what I was thinking and what I thought, and like just go along with, oh, that makes sense. I'm done with that. Like, Zach's like, Amber, you need to be you, and you need to think for yourself. And I'm like, yeah, I do. So like, I'm done. Like, I don't care. Like, I have no alliance with anyone in this house. Dustin's gone. Me and Jameka are close. Have we ever spoke about taking each other to the final two? No. Have we ever spoke alliance? No. It's never come up in our conversation. We talk game about people in the house and stuff, but we've never said like, oh, you know, I have nobody in this house now that I'm going to the final two with. I have nobody. So it's kind of like, I'm not going to let anyone control my decisions anymore. I'm going to start thinking strategically instead of personal. Quit from my heart. You know, like I can't think from my heart anymore. I need to think, like, be smart about this. Mm-hmm. You know, so I just want to talk to you and tell you, like, if you take me off tomorrow, it doesn't matter, Danielle, if it's next week or the week after. Whenever my HoH time comes, regardless of when it is, I will not put you on the block. And I won't backdoor you either. And I promise. I swear on my daughter. And you know that's my word. So, and I wouldn't be saying that unless it was the truth. Mm-hmm. So regardless of if it's final four, whenever my HoH time comes, you are safe, guaranteed. And it's coming soon. I know it. I can feel it. I think it's going to be this week. Me too. I know, me too. So.
All right.
Thank you very much. I have no idea.
But don't please. Don't want anyone to even know that I'm thinking about using it.
Okay.
Because then stuff happens, and then, you know, I'd rather not have anybody know. So.
Another thing too, like I noticed, like after Dustin left and like after I lost the POV and HoH, like all the times you came up and hugged me, and like, you know, when me and Nick had a talk once, he's like, Amber, you can tell by the way someone hugs you, can tell if their hug's real, and like I can tell when you hug me, like you really care about me, and I don't hold this against you this week at all. Like, I promise, I'm not like mad at you. You can tell I've been totally normal to you. I told you before, you put me up if you feel that's your best move, to put me up. I'm not gonna hold it against you, and I don't. So I just want you to know that, like, I'm not mad at you.